You're alright, lads. This is Ingram Waffles, back with another episode. And at the start of the Premier League season, when people were making their predictions for the table, not many people would have put a certain London club down at the end, Obviously, it's not been the best season for Chelsea. They're in the relegation, then they could still mathematically get relegated if they start losing a lot of matches. Which, based on like recent performances, you could probably see happening, perhaps, maybe. And now, in this video, we're going to talk about what happened to cause this downfall of Chelsea Football Club. Because at the start of the season, things were good, bringing in Aubameyang before he obviously went, after going from Barcelona to Chelsea. They lost a lot of very good defenders, but they did bring in a lot of young people like Badashile, Andre Santos, wrong with him. They also brought in just multiple decent players, Mudryk, Felix. But their issues is two things. One, not replacing Rudiger and Christensen, because the players they brought in are alright, but not Chelsea quality, I would say, for where they need to be. If they brought in another world-class centre back to replace either of them, they would have been alright, because a lot of their mistakes have been caused from their defensive mistakes. Reece James has basically been carrying Chelsea the entire season, let's be honest. He may be carrying Chelsea, but he still can't get picked for England, because that's how good Gareth Southgate is, isn't it, lads? They also failed to bring in a very good striker. Aubameyang was awful with Chelsea for the first couple of months. Felix is more of a cam than a striker. Morata obviously left. It's just, they could have brought in maybe someone from the youth academy. But again, it's the same thing with the centre back. They hadn't brought in a world class player. Chelsea can bring in, they could have afforded to bring in quite a few decent people, I would say. Obviously, they didn't do that for some stupid reason. Pretty much cost them. They have a good youth academy. Could have brought in maybe some of them into the fray. I did with Mason Mount, Reece James. A massive thing in my opinion for Chelsea that cost them was Todd Bowley. Because there have been multiple occasions where he's getting too involved in the running of Chelsea. Roman was good because he just put in the money to Chelsea and had the man to do what he wanted. As Bowley was getting involved, telling everyone how to do things, making mistakes, just being an all-round twat, in my opinion. Now, obviously, I think Chelsea had no choice selling. Roman had no choice, because obviously with something happening in his area of his birthplace, he had to sell it. The government made him sell it. Got a bit of money from it, but again, they could have done better if they had brought in. And obviously Chelsea had some bad results. Obviously losing in the Champions League to Dortmund, that was kind of bad, especially because Dortmund was significantly the worst team in this tie. They also had some terrible results in the Prem, losing to Arsenal, big rivalry there. They drew to Fulham, another big rivalry. They were losing a lot of games. And obviously the managers, getting Frank Lampard in wasn't exactly the smartest choice in my opinion. There were multiple other people they could have brought in, I would say, instead of Frank. Because, I don't know, man. That's the issue. I'm going to tell you now. That's the issue with bringing in great players as managers. It's very rare that the better player you are, the worse manager you'll be. That's what it normally is. Zidane and Cruyff are probably the only two managers I can think of. And maybe Pep, that were decent players. Which is why Chelsea could have gone multiple better people than Frank. Chelsea have the pull in order to bring in these great players and great managers. They just didn't use it for some stupid reason. You know, all the great players obviously perform badly when they really shouldn't have. I don't understand how they perform so badly. You know, Sterling was probably their best performing player in the entire team. Kante was kind of quiet this season. You know, Aubameyang, Reece James sort of had to do stuff. Chelsea's downfall, in my opinion, has come from within. Because there's only one way a football club can tumble down from their heights to their lows, is from internally, with the owners, the players, the managers, all of that. I would honestly blame Iago Tomasos, but I would honestly blame them. I would blame Todd Bowley. He's never run a football club before. He arguably wanted someone who could run a football club, and has done before, to buy Chelsea, because it would have made the most sense in my opinion. I don't know, honestly. It was kind of silly from Chelsea. Obviously, they didn't have choice, he had to sell it. So I can't blame Roman too much. But I reckon at this point, this Tomaso's Bowl most likely would have done better owning Chelsea and playing for Chelsea. This guy would have been better up front than João Felix had been. That reminds me, what has João Felix been doing? Like, he got a lot of Chelsea, and I've not seen anything about him since. Like, ever since he got that red card, like 20 seconds in a debut, he was just silent from everything. I don't fully understand it. That man was more invisible than Forest fan base, I don't know, Man City's fan base. Any Premier League club fan base, they're all empty, bro, apart from maybe Leeds. And Leeds are shite, mate, so make of that as what you will. Speaking of which, Leeds might have to be a future video. I might make this a series of the Premier League clubs that haven't been performing too well this season and how they can improve. But as I said, my opinion on how Chelsea is falling down now is entirely internally. So this has been the end of England Waffles. I'll see you lot later. I know it's been a while. I've just had some uni stuff, so you'll get quite a few videos coming in the next few weeks. You'll also be seeing some non-league things coming soon. So, yeah, I'm going to go get some food, and I'll see you lot later. Bye.